Hey everyone, welcome back. Welcome back, and thanks for joining me. As always, appreciate you being here. And as always, before we get rolling, sit back in that chair, get comfortable, adjust the screen so your eyeballs aren't straining, and grab that favorite drink today because it's noon. I'm drinking a Le Croc. Le Croc. Do we say Le Croix? And if you're still with the coffee there, steaming cup of coffee, make sure you clank it because this is also a welcome to all the new Clankers. Very much appreciate you guys joining the channel. And a good shout out to Sticks for mentioning it a couple of times. And I appreciate that as well. I've actually been listening to him since 2015, if you could believe it. So welcome to you guys. And also, I think we have some new members over the last couple of weeks from Nerdrotic and Friday Night Tights. So welcome all of you. And let me just tell you real quick, the channel is kind of a hodgepodge, but mainly it's a very cool high-end collection, and it's looking at it, it's a non-woke approach to opening a public collection or museum, if you will, that lets you enjoy things the way God intended them to be, the way they were created by the artist, by the era. We're not trying to re-engineer and change things. We just want you to enjoy the past the way it was, because the past was the doorway to the future. And I think if you ever get an opportunity to see this stuff in person, you will agree it's really stunning. And a lot of this is extremely, extremely rare. You probably won't see anything like this anywhere else on the internet, even if you're just looking at the videos. So enjoy it. And if you're into anime, especially now that manga's taking off, I have a lot of really rare character toys like 8-Man, Ultraman, obviously Batman from the 60s, the Japanese stuff. That's extremely, extremely valuable. Speed Racer, Gigantor, again, to name a few. So that if you're into that stuff, or classic sci-fi, if you go back to the 50s, War of the Worlds, Forbidden Planet. Well, War of the Worlds was probably 60s. Even going back to the 20s, Metropolis. We have The Day the Earth Stood Still items, things like that. So there's a lot of cool stuff here. And that's the stuff that inspired the Spielbergs and George Lucas before they became douchebags, you know, when they were cool and making cool movies. Now they're into the agenda. Kind of like to coin a phrase from Critical Drinker, but not say the message. I'll say the agenda. So kick back and enjoy. And the purpose of this video specifically, I'm going to link an earlier one, but I was going to do a swag giveaway at 750 subscribers, but we sort of blew past that thanks to the Clankers. And I've added a couple of things. So I'll talk about a couple of milestones. We did go past the 750, where I think we're almost at 8.25 now, which is good. I was going to talk about hitting 250,000 views, but we're now past 300,000, so that's cool as well. On BitChute, we passed 50 subs, which is good. It's growing. Rumble is almost at 40. Odyssey's, right now, it's kind of a lost cause for me, but I'm sure it's a viable platform for some. But we keep plugging away. And actually, the reason I even went on the Alt Tech was Styx's suggestions to everyone. So I don't mind having the videos on those other platforms, especially Odyssey, because I could download my own stuff. I can't even download my own videos, I don't think, from YouTube. So sometimes I need to re-download something. It's good to have an alternative area for that. So what are we giving away? And again, you'll look at the video I link if you're interested at all. This magazine came from England, December of 21. This particular robot that's on the cover is a mechano violin. He was destined for the scrap heap. It was in pieces. It was in absolutely dreadful condition, but I had it restored at the Robot Hut. And by the way, if you're new and you want to see some cool stuff, check out the Robot Hut channel as well. But anyway, John at the Robot Hut restored it, and then we found out it was made by a fairly famous mechano builder. Mechano is equivalent to erector sets here. It was a custom piece. He made, or he created this using parts from the 1920s all the way to the 80s, I believe. And it won all kinds of awards, and it's really cool, and it works. It has all kinds of cool motion. And this, of course, one day will be at the museum. John, we got to figure out how to ship that over, by the way. And it was so impressive, the people involved with Constructor Quarterly, which is like the Bible in Europe for the mechano hobbyists wanted to put it on the cover. It was a famous piece, and they were so glad that it was restored. And the other thing I have here is the Antique Toy World, which talks about the $100,000 Popeye Tank. This wasn't in the original swag video, but I have it now, so I said, you know what, I'm going to throw that in. Also, you get these two nifty, where the hell are they? Keychain lights. These have the collection address, and they work too. You see that? They're not like some cheap crap that doesn't work. You also get these beautiful Vanna White. Where is she for you old-time boomers? Remember Vanna White? You get two navy blue and rose gold pens as part of the swag package. And I'll tell you how to win this, by the way. And you get these two navy blue with silver trim. And this has the original logo, which is not going to be used. And I'll explain that also in a bit. So besides that, I had one other piece of swag that I'm able to include. So I'm kind of glad that it took a little longer. So let me move these out of the way. So again, you're going to get the two magazines, the two pen lights, and the four pens, two different styles. So let me move these out of the way. And then we will unveil the last bit of swag that you will get. So let's see what's behind door number one. Wait, should I call that? Maybe I'll put, hold on. Door number one. What's behind door number one, Monty Hall? Let's see. Bum, ba, ba. All right. Finally, I got my T-shirts in. So as part of this free swag giveaway, you're going to get a Balada Collection T-shirt. Now, how do you get this stuff? All you have to do is be a subscriber, number one. So if you're a lurker, get off your ass now and freaking hit the subscribe button. It's probably been floating to the lower right for this entire video. Just thumb it up and leave a comment. That's it. What I do is I write down the people who leave the comments on a little piece of paper. I chop them up like confetti, put them in a little bowl, just shake it up, and I'll pick one at random, and that's it. And once I pick it, I'll announce it, and then there's a kind of an email link that you could see on the profile of the channel. And this is more or less a YouTube giveaway. So unfortunately, if you're on the other platforms, you know what? I'll say this. If you leave a comment on the other platforms, like on Odyssey or BitChute, well, Odyssey, forget about it because there's like 10 people on there. But on Rumble or BitChute, I'll include the comments in the drawing bowl. So this way you'll be entered as well. But I'll announce it on YouTube. So I prefer that this is just kind of on this platform because let's face it, I mean, this is where I have most of the subs. So that's it. Once I pick it out, I'll announce it. It's some, maybe I'll just do a quick video announcing it at that point in time. And then you just contact me and give me your address, your shirt size, your gender, because yes, there is two genders. You know how I know that? Because in the box it says male t-shirts and female t-shirts. So according to the t-shirt manufacturers, there are two genders. So you just specify the size. I will tell you, these are running a little bit small. So, keep that in mind if you give me a size. And that's all there is to it, my friends. With that, then I'll pick it out, and then I'll make a video, announce it, and then I'll ship the stuff over. Now, because we're so close to 1,000, once we get 1,000, and I always tell everyone, it has to go a little past because sometimes YouTube is footloose and fancy-free with the subs, and even the views, you'll see them go up and down like a friggin' ship on a storm. Once we solidify, then I have that beautiful vintage Zoomer robot. I mean, it's not in the best condition, but I'm going to give away for you new subscribers, especially Clankers, and anyone from Nerderotic and FNT. It's a valuable old antique robot that works, and I will be giving it away when we're at 1,000. And I could tell you that robot mint in the box would probably be like a $1,500 robot. Now, this one's not mint in the box, but you know what? It's still going to look cool as hell on your shelf. And it works. So with that, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Let me know what you think. And good luck if you enter. You don't have to, but it's an option. Now that we have a few more things, I think the swag bundle is a little nicer than it was just the one magazine and a couple of pens and the lights. So, by the way, like I did, originally there was an initialed version of the magazine. I have no idea what that is. So if I find it, it'll be that with the violin player. If not, it'll just be whatever it is that I find. So thanks again for your time. I appreciate it. And don't forget to please share the video and thumb it up anyway, whether you want to enter or not, even if you don't want to leave a comment. Appreciate your time, my friends. And with that, I'll talk to you later.